Get in, lads. Andres and I are here to talk about Jose Mourinho. Just got sacked by Roma. So we're here to talk about, do we think he deserved to get sacked, and where we think he should go afterwards. So it's going to be a good one. Before we get to that though, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are at I think 757 or so, but we're getting close to 1,000. So that's the goal. If you guys want to help us get to 1,000, we'd really appreciate it. Make sure to like the video, comment, blah blah, all those things. Get our engagement up so we can get spread to more people. We can get more subscribers and things like that, and we can just create better content for you afterwards. So yeah, let's get to it. Jose Mourinho just got sacked by Roma earlier today, and I'm going to ask you, Andres, first. Do you think he deserved it?
Oof. Well, don't they finish like they're at 9th right now on the table? No, Roma.
Somewhere around there, at least. Yeah.
I've got to look this up. It's gonna bother me. I gotta be 9th. They lost to Lazio 1-0 in the Coppa Italia, and then they lost to Milan 3-1, and then they actually won. Interesting. Anyways, well, statistically, if you want to look at statistics here, this is his worst win percentage in his managerial career, with 49.28%. But you got to think about it overall. Europa League, Conference League win, and then last season, Europa League final, didn't win that, but that's all right. I mean, I feel like it's a bit harsh, but I feel like in this day and age, it's kind of, if you don't get those consistent wins, or you don't have like people who are patient, then it's just you're out automatically. Unfortunately for Jose Mourinho, but
it's the Chelsea way. It's the Chelsea way.
Well, yeah, I feel like it was harsh, but I mean, at the same time, you got to get results, and it's not working apparently. So they just said get him out, and now he's a free agent. But I feel like it's harsh overall, just because it's what he's brought to your club in the past 2.5 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to compare. Before Jose Mourinho, Roma went 15 years without a trophy. They had one European final, but didn't win it, and consistently had like a half-empty stadium. After he joins, 3 European finals, with one of them winning it. 40 consecutive sold-out matches at the Olimpico, the Roma Stadium, and obviously he brought the passion back to the club, which I feel like he typically does at whatever club he goes to, and then he gets unjustly sacked, and then has to leave. I don't know. I mean, I think it's pretty unfair. They're sitting at 9th, but they're 5 points off of 4th. They're not that far off of 4th. They could still conceivably get Champions League at the end of all this, if not Europa or Conference League. So I think that's very, very harsh, considering where they were before Jose Mourinho came over. I don't know. This is weird. He seems to be the kind of like scapegoat in every team he was with. Remember when he went to Tottenham, he got them to a cup final and then gets sacked like 2 or 3 days before the final, and they end up losing the game.
Yeah, I feel bad for the guy, but I feel like in this day and age, it's just like it depends on the board now. I feel like it doesn't matter who's in charge at this point. It's like if you don't get the results that the board wants, or like consistent, or be where they want to be at, then you're just gone immediately.
Yeah.
I feel like that's been noticed like a lot lately, and there's like a few clubs that like stick behind their managers, despite bad runs of form. But I don't know. I wouldn't even say it's bad, because it's literally 5 points. I'm looking at it right now. It's literally
5 points,
off
from
4th, and it's doable. I mean, they lost to Lazio, and they're in 6th, so that could have been big. But it was only 1-0.
Who are in great form, by the way. Lazio are in like insane form right now.
And then it was a quarterfinal. I mean, Milan's Milan though. You can't really hate that. I don't know. I feel like there's not really a justification for it now, is there?
No, I mean, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah,
silly.
I mean, like the recent results, losing to Milan, great team. Milan's in amazing form right now. Losing to Lazio with 2 red cards, drawing with Atalanta, beating Cremonese, barely losing to Roma, beating Napoli. I don't know. Disappointing. I don't know.
They progressed to the round of 16 for Europa League, so it's like,
yeah,
I don't really know what's going on in that department. Just because, hold on, I gotta look just to make sure. Fact checking myself. Make sure they advanced. Yeah, they're in the playoff, but still, they got a fighting shot. But yeah, weird. It's weird. But now begs the question, where is he gonna go next? I've heard some rumors. There's some apparently some in the locker room of Barcelona. There's been chatter of The players not being happy with
That's not
Xavi. Just
happening.
saying.
That's not.
I'm just saying.
No, wait,
There's
wait.
some rumors.
But
I've
before you
read it
go on,
online.
before you go on, Deco, Deco, Barcelona head
Sure.
guy.
Yep.
Okay, he's like the guy at Barcelona. He today said they have
Said
full trust in Xavi.
we've heard that before, and then a manager's gone in a few
Well, I
weeks.
mean, but Xavi, if he was getting sacked, they could have sacked him months ago. I mean, they're sticking around with Xavi. He's not going to Barcelona.
I'm just saying, for the content purposes, the
All
return.
right,
It'd be interesting. Hey, I'm just saying.
return.
It's not return. Sorry, I'm blanking right now. My fault.
Jesus.
Sorry,
It's been a long
I'm
time.
mixing it. It's been a long time. I'm blanking. My ball knowledge is off. What can I say? Sorry, but I'm just saying it's possible. Never say never. Never say never.
I'm saying never. I'm saying
Okay,
never.
well, you know what? It would be interesting nonetheless. Okay, or an MLS side. Just saying, MLS.
Well, there you go. That's actually what I was going to talk about. That's what I texted in the group chat earlier was the whole USA thing. Because he has self-proclaimed that he wants to come to the USA at some point. This is 12 years ago, but he had an interview saying he sees himself coaching a club team, or a national team, or helping develop soccer in the USA. So, I mean, Jose Mourinho's on the market. You are the USA Federation. You have Greg Berhalter at the helm. If he's still in a position within a week and Jose Mourinho is not here, you deserve to be fired. Right? I personally think that the USA is the way to go. Whether I don't think as a club MLS, but I think as a national team coach.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, we all know your hate for Berhalter. It's been very
prevalent
over the course.
I think every USA fan out there, the only people that like Berhalter are bald. I mean, I'm just gonna say that. Just gonna say
family.
that. I think, and his family. I don't even know about that at this point. Jeez.
Okay.
I think I'm just going based off what's happened recently. But
of course.
I think that I don't think a big top European club, where Jose, like the likes of clubs that Jose Mourinho has been at, I don't think they take a risk on him anymore. I think Jose Mourinho I think it's a little more outdated. Personally, I think the tactics are just they're nowhere near as revolutionary as they were 10 years ago.
That up. I was gonna say I feel like maybe it's time for him to hang up the boots or the clipboard. I don't fucking know in this situation, but
Good effort. It was a good try.
Hey, you know what? I tried.
Yeah,
I'm rusty.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm
rusty. I'm rusty. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like lately now it's just he goes club to club and it's kind of like it's the same thing over and over again. Yeah, sometimes it's not his fault, but other times it's kind of like there's some games where you're like, what is he doing? He can't do that. But maybe it's time for him to stop, or maybe it's just time for him to go lower leagues or something. I don't know, but I don't think like a big club anymore is gonna look to pick him up.
Yeah, I mean, okay, being a Chelsea fan, the chat is on there. Like half the fan base on Twitter is like, "Hey, bring Jose back for one more run." You just don't do that. Just don't do that. I mean, like I said, no big title competing club I think should bring him back or bring him to there, because I don't know. It's just like I said, a little outdated. But I think a national team manager would be the way to go. You have the Copa America coming up. You have the Euros coming up. You have the World Cup coming up pretty soon. I think if you're going to do anything, you're going to stick around. You got maybe 4 or 5 more years in you. I think national team is where to go, and I think USA is the place to do it. He said he wants to do it. Bring him in. Don't stick around with Baldy. Bring Jose Mourinho and bring the special one in.
Well, what would you look? What would you if Mourinho came in? Who would you be like? What were the goals would you set if he came in? What would be the goals that you would expect?
Okay, let's say Copa America. I mean, you finish semifinals. I think that's the goal. This isn't. I'm not saying what is going to happen. This is the goal. I think you aim for a Copa America semifinal finish at the very least. You then have the what's it called? The World Cup. 2 years after that, I think you finish semifinals in the Copa America, and then you spend the next years developing friendlies, whatever, blah blah. You have a big name, so USA should play against better opponents, whatever, things like that. Better development schedule, whatever. And then I think I don't see why you couldn't push a semifinal in what 3 years, 2 years, 2 years in 2 years.
Damn, that big of a jump, eh?
Well, I think like I said, it's a goal. It's a goal. I think you could be happy with a quarterfinal finish and a good last game, like a good showing. At the very least, a good showing in one of these tournaments, and you can be proud of it. I could see a push for semifinal though. I mean, Jose Mourinho, he's a manager that, like I said, it would be new to other managers too. You know, like in terms of national team managers, it'd be a pretty like random thing to play against, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
So he could use that, and Jose Mourinho is really good at developing his players, especially at Roma. I mean, I forget his name, but there's a midfielder there
but
who
you got. Sorry, no, finish. I'll say
you're
it.
good, you're good. Within the last 2 years, midfielder at Roma, I mean, I think he's like 22. He's gone from youth teams to being one of those players on the team because Jose Mourinho's given his time. And I mean, USA, we've talked about it many times before, but they're the development squad of the world right now in terms of talent. That has yet to be opened. So I think that's what you do. I think Jose Mourinho at the very least comes in, develops good players, gives players some game time, goes for a quarter, semis finish in both these tournaments. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, you got to remember also, like, he's good at developing players, but at the same time, it's a different ball in international. You don't have that
Oh,
one-on-one time you're
100%.
able to do. Like you see some of these players like 4 or 5 times, like in the year, or like 6 times if
Yeah.
you're lucky. And
Yeah.
a lot of players' forms are based on their club forms, and he has no say in any matter of if his player is playing. He only can work with them for like 4 to 6 weeks, maybe out of
It's
the whole
true.
year.
It's true. But I mean, the way I would look at it is Greg Berhalter right now, he has favorites. He has favorite players, right? And he calls them in no matter what. Shaq Moore for one consistently gets called in or is at least considered. Um, he doesn't give opportunities to people that deserve it, in my opinion, as much as Jose Mourinho would. And two, I think that if the USA brings Jose Mourinho in, I don't think it would be in a limited manager capacity. I think it'd be a manager slash development coach, or like something a little higher up to give him more access and power to things and gives more control over some things. I mean, you can't bring him in and tell him like, oh yeah, you have a training camp in January, but the whole A team is not going to be able to go because we scheduled it weird.
Yeah.
Like I think he would sign on knowing that he can change things because he said he wants to develop soccer. So I think if he were to sign on, he would have to develop it in the way he wants to, and that is the best way. I mean, he's one of the best managers of all time. I think you listen to him. So that's why I say bring him in. He at least gives chances to some players that might not get it typically, and then just go from there and hope that works out a little bit better. Because I mean, the USA has an insane player pool. Um,
True.
Compared to most countries on the planet, we have a really good player pool that just hasn't been unlocked. And now is the time we bring them on. I mean, Pulisic and McKennie are the two best American players right now, having the time of their lives in Italy. Serginho Dest is killing it in the Netherlands right now. Balogun's doing okay in France, but he's still good quality. I forget there's another player, winger. He plays for Lav in France. I mean, like this is the time to like bring in Jose Mourinho, and everyone's like, okay, here we go, because this is a time where you should be saying here we go, but you have Greg Berhalter at the fucking helm, and the only thing that's going is his hairline. So like, we need something to get us going here to keep us moving along. That's my spiel.
Well, all right, on the U.S. national. Okay, let's go MLS just for content, just
For
for
shits, for shits.
discussion. Who would you want? I mean, who would you
For
want?
him to manage, like for what
Yeah,
club?
yeah. Who could you see being like, all right, just see what happens. Throw it LAFC
I'm trying to
maybe.
think. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. Not right now. You give it a year or two, maybe. But okay. Andres is being evaded right now. He's
Sorry, yeah, I'm right
no,
next to a window. Someone just pulled up in front. Never mind. Sorry.
you're good.
Continue.
You're good. Um, I wouldn't say LAFC. Maybe Galaxy for the name.
That's a shout.
I
That's a
could see
shout.
it because they have the money. They're trying to bring players in right now this season.
They
I
brought
think
some. They're bringing some people in.
they are trying to make this offseason one to remember. Because I think that this is a little off track, but they're using LAFC's decreasing level right now
Yeah.
and trying to capitalize on that. I think I know of, the rumors are they've even talked to Carlos Vela about bringing him over because they could offer more money. Blah blah whatever. But I could see Galaxy. I mean, Galaxy and Miami are the two teams you go to right now in the league for the money and for the name. So I could see Galaxy. I can't see him going to like a Minnesota or something. Like
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense to me. Any
It could
roles
be like
but those two
it would
teams,
have to be like a title contender, but like in terms of like
it'd be a big
Jose
team.
Mourinho status, it'd have to be like a world-renowned team, like a Galaxy,
Yeah,
or like 2 seasons ago, you never say Inter Miami just because.
No, no. I mean,
No, they weren't even on the map, but now they are.
no.
But
I mean, like,
they're not going to get rid of. I
I
hate that
forget
guy
his name
so
too.
much with the
I
burning
forget his name.
passion.
Oh,
I
Tata.
don't.
It's Tata, no?
Yeah, that guy. I hate his
Yeah.
ass so much. But they're never gonna sack him. So it's like,
No.
I could see LAFC just because, you know.
I mean, I could, but our manager just signed a contract extension,
Yeah. So it doesn't
so
really
you
matter.
can't.
And also, I feel like for Galaxy, this is probably like the make it or break it season for their manager, just because you've had the excuses of the transfer ban. You know, he's not been able to bring the players he needs to bring in that he wants, and then so this, I feel like he's bringing in players. Galaxy's helping him out, bringing in these good players, supposedly good players. And I feel like it's his make it or break it, because I'm sure I'm seeing some fans last season and surely probably going to go into this season of wanting him out. I don't know why I'm blinking on his name right
We'll
now,
have to
but I
ask
am.
Diego. We'll have to ask Diego when we the next episode we record with him. I'll have to bring this up too.
Yeah, but a little off topic on that end.
Yeah.
But I don't
No,
know. I could see an MLS side, him
to be
picking
honest,
one, but
you know what I could see is the USA Federation being like, all right, take control of this MLS team season or two. When we feel comfortable saying goodbye to Greg, we'll bring you up, and then that's just how it is. Just get
yeah,
acclimated.
that's the thing, is I don't see like the US Federation like getting rid of
No,
Greg
Greg.
Berhalter unless it's like a catastrophic like fuck up in the Copa America, where it's like if they don't even get out of their group type S thing, you know.
I mean, you even have the Nations League semifinals coming up in about 2 months now, and you have the game, and they're playing Jamaica. Hey, all things
Hello.
all things lie in Jamaica on this channel. But you play Jamaica, and let's say you lose 2-3-0 or something. I mean, I think that's grounds for you to be gone. You know, like if you.
Yeah.
But
No
what I can
offense
also
to
see
Jamaica.
happening. No. I mean, I think we are Team Jamaica here.
All the time.
Check our top videos consistently. The majority of our fan base is Jamaica. If the USA loses to them by any small amount, I mean, from a USA standpoint, that's a disappointment. But what I can also see happening is the USA losing, and then the Federation releasing a statement saying, you know what, it sucks, but we're going to stick it through with our manager that we believe in, blah,
for
blah,
a
blah.
second time.
Yeah, for the fuck, yeah. I digress. Let us know in the comments what you think if you got to this point. Of what you think he's going to do after this, where you might want him to go, whether that's your club, your country, whatever. Let us know what you think, your reasoning, and whatnot, and we'll totally respond. We're totally going to read them. And if you have anything or disagree with us, let us know too. Because what do we know? So
Exactly.
I think that's about it. Unless you got anything else to bring up, Andres.
Nope. West Ham fans, take a chill pill. Oh, I don't want him. Just Moyes. Trust in the Moyes. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to talk about what happened today, but that's all I'm going to say. We don't need him. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. And if you guys want more content, just let us know. We've kind of been slacking, but we've been busy. So, no, that's kind of on us. But whatever. We'll try and keep it up. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And peace.
See ya.